Kenny Johnson coming to you once again with a Fast Forward Rewind segment where we look back at the past and head to the future. This week we got Frisco Wakeland soccer superstar, Mr. Jacob Miller, the hero of this weekend's regional tournament. So give us some insight to scoring the goal to send your team to the state.
Honestly, I was not expecting it to happen. For the last 2 minutes of the game, all that was going through my head was just about penalty kicks. That was all I could think about. And when we had that last throw-in with about 30 seconds left, the ball just came to my feet, and I just did what I knew to do, and it went in. And then when that ball went in, we celebrated like crazy, and there was no better feeling than that.
Was it like an instant thing, or did you hit the pause, like, did this just happen?
Yeah.
Or did it like one of those things, as soon as it went off your foot, you knew it was game time?
Yeah, I shot it, and I was at a really weird angle, so I just kicked the ball as hard as I could. I didn't really try and put it anywhere, but when that ball went in, I saw it go in, and I was just like, shoot, like, did that actually just happen? And then I started celebrating, and it really did not hit me that actually happened until about 10 minutes after the game. My teammates were coming up to me, and they were like, dude, you just scored with 6 seconds left. And I was like, I know, that is absolutely crazy, because I've never done anything like that before. So it was pretty cool. It was pretty awesome to see.
So it's pretty cool the fact that you hit the biggest goal of your career at the right moment.
Oh, yes, sir, absolutely.
Give some insight to y'all team's mentality. Of course, y'all defending state champions. I've been getting everybody's best shot. Is it a big deal that y'all have to finish the job for the season to be a success in your opinion?
Yes, sir. See, this is our 3rd year in a row, and so we're very confident, but we also know that we have to make a statement and defend our name, because we've been called the powerhouse of the playoffs recently, and I think we've been showing that, but the fact that we're going down again, we do feel quite a bit of pressure on our shoulders to go out and win it again, because we think we should, and we almost know we should, because this is our 3rd year in a row. So we're pretty confident, but there's a lot of pressure on us.
How much does experience play in this fact that, like you say, y'all been there before, or does it just like it's a separate year, separate team, or does it do matter, the fact that y'all been there, done that before?
I think it does matter that we've been there before. It does take a little bit of pressure off, we gain experience from going there so often. So I feel like it allows us to play better to our abilities and everything. But at the end of the day, there's still a lot of pressure on us each and every year we go, because every year is a different year. And so there's a lot of new players and new aspects of the game that we need to adapt to and feel out.
Give us some insight to the euphoria of lifting that trophy, knowing that you're the best in the state, got the medal around your neck, and everybody's going crazy. How often do y'all dream about that? The fact that y'all actually tasted. Some people talk about it. Yes, y'all have actually lived it and trying to repeat it.
Yes, sir. We talk about it all the time. It's 2 years later from the first year we went when I was a sophomore, and we still to this day talk about it, even though we've been 3 years in a row. We still talk about the days when we went when I was a sophomore. We talk about last year, and we're going to talk about this year even when I go to college. I'm going to come back and visit with all my former teammates, and we're going to say, hey man, do you remember when we were down at state, how crazy that was? So it's definitely a lot of lasting memories that we get to make with each other, and it's pretty awesome to watch.
We know in Frisco in general, the city, it's a very competitive city. Yes, that's thrown between schools. How big a deal would it be for y'all class of 2018 legacy? In fact, y'all be the group with 2 rings if y'all can get the job done. How big a deal do you think that's going to be when y'all look about it like 10 years from now? You got
yes,
kids
sir.
and stuff, and you talk about with the other teams since y'all do this on a yearly basis.
Yeah, absolutely. When you were saying about 10 years from now, if I have kids, I'm definitely gonna whip out the 2 rings if we win this year and say like, hey, I was a pretty cool dude back in high school. I'm gonna talk about this forever. It's pretty stinking cool.
How's it cool? How much cooler is it the fact that the ladies get to join y'all too, and they overcome the Highland Park hump? How much just talk about the school euphoria, because you walk through the halls, it's like it's a football season, even though it's soccer season.
Yeah. When they beat Highland Park, man, Highland Park was number 3 in the country, and they've been to state numerous years in a row, 3 or 4 years in a row. So that game went to PKs, and when they won, that was absolutely crazy. And the fact that we also won, that does not happen very often. And so this is going to be a one-of-a-kind trip for the 2 teams for sure.
Give some insight to that trip back from regionals back here to Frisco. How crazy was that?
That was pretty stinking crazy. We were so happy. Everyone was on like an all-time high, because before regionals we would recall state from the previous years, and we'd be like, man, we want to go back so bad. And when we accomplish our goal and we get to go back, everyone's just so happy, in a good mood, and we're just going crazy and just living it up. It's awesome.
How big a deal would it be for Wolverine Nation if both y'all be able to get the job done this weekend in Georgetown?
If we both go out there and get the job done, That'll be pretty crazy. It'll be something that does not happen often at all, if ever. I don't even know if that's ever happened before. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't remember a time where the boys and girls team from a school has won state in the same year. So that would be absolutely crazy.
And what is it about the Frisco soccer programs that help y'all get ready for this stage? Because not even just y'all district, y'all solid players that y'all see to get y'all through the district and stuff like that. And like even like looking at y'all roster, like y'all got some kids on JV and freshmen that would be stars at other schools.
Yeah.
But since they're here, they're just another player. So what is it about y'all system that makes y'all so special and makes this like as a program that's basically y'all don't rebuild, y'all reload?
Yeah. So basically, when I was a sophomore, when I was a freshman, I would practice with the varsity squad, and I wasn't on the varsity team, but they would mingle the teams together, and I think that's one of the greatest ways they prepare the younger men for when they are juniors and seniors and when it's their time to step up. So really, it's about preparing the younger guys and getting them ready for when it's their shot to go, and that's exactly what they did with my group and groups before, and I think that's the main reason why we've been to state 3 years in a row. I think that's why we're going again this year.
What's the standard and what's like kind of like the expectation for this program? Some kids in middle school like, hey, I want to be part of that, but they don't know what it entails to be a Wolverine.
Yeah.
What is it? Would it be a Wakeland Wolverine?
To be a Wakeland Wolverine, it's about coming out here every single day and just working your butt off. That's what we've done all year. That's what we've done my whole career here at Wakeland, and we just work so hard, and we do our very best to make sure we stay focused every single day. And just we keep in our mind that we want to be the best in the state, and we will do whatever it takes to make that happen.
After getting the title last year, did y'all get a chance to celebrate, or did y'all shift y'all focus? Like when did repeating come in y'all head? It was that season started, or as soon as you got that ring last year and hosted that trophy, like we're doing this again next year?
Well, we graduated quite a bit of seniors last year, so when we held up that ring and everything was said and done, we were like, we're a whole new team this year from last year. So we really didn't start thinking about state until like a few weeks ago when we started winning playoff games, and we made playoffs. We knew playoffs was going to come. We were confident in that, but state was a different question. We weren't sure if we were going to make it this far, but up until about the third or fourth round of playoffs, up until about the third or fourth round of playoffs, we were like, hey, we're doing pretty well. We can keep this momentum going and maybe make this happen again, and that's what we're doing so far, and so we're hoping to do that again this year.
How does it feel to be the kid to get the goal to propel y'all in one of the most pivotal playoff games y'all had in a while? And a lot of people were talking about your quote last week,
yes, sir,
where you said basically we turn it on in the playoffs.
Yes, sir.
So how's it feel to be that man to walk the walk and talk the talk?
It's awesome. I've never had anything like this happen before. After that game, I was receiving text messages from everybody, my relatives, my teammates, my friends at school, teachers. Everybody was texting me saying, congratulations, you're the man, you're doing awesome, keep it up. So it was just feeling good. It gave me a great big boost of confidence in myself and in my team. And I think like when big moments happen like that, everybody gets psyched up and ready to play the next game. And that was the big reason we were ready to play tomorrow, is because we had such an eventful night the night before.
I was saying when you ball, you get the call. So how does it feel, the fact that I'm giving you that call right here at Frisco Wakeland campus?
It feels great. The fact that you're out here talking to me is pretty awesome. It makes me feel confident in myself and special. Makes me feel like I did something for the school. Makes me feel like I made a statement. So it's a pretty cool thing to be able to do for my team and myself. And
just talk about the support, because like y'all, like I said, walking on the halls, it felt like it's football season.
Yeah.
How's it feel to get that mega support from y'all Wolverine Nation?
At a lot of schools, you don't see support for soccer teams. It's in Frisco especially. It's all football. With Jerry's World up here, the Star, everything. Everyone loves football. Everyone, supports football the most. Friday night football games, everybody's there. But this year, there's been a lot of support for soccer, and we don't see that very often in a Frisco ISD school. So it's been really cool to watch, and it makes the games more fun. It makes our team play better, because there's more people there. So we feel like we have an edge on our shoulder. We got to do better. So it definitely has made an impact on the year.
And do you have a message for any fans or anybody that's seeing this video? Do you want to send them out a message?
I just want to say that if you put your mind onto something, you can do it. Because despite all the people that doubt you or say you can't, look at us this year. There's been so many people that have told us we can't make it back to state, and that's exactly what we did. So just put your mind to something, and you can do it, and just work at it.
That's it for this week's Fast Forward Rewind. This week's guest, Jacob Miller. Good luck this weekend, brother, in Georgetown.
Thank you.